You're no stranger to Columbia County, so that tells me that we have a lot of good things going on through Office of DCED, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Barry Wicks, who has steered me and guided me through a lot of programs that we're the beneficiaries of. You know, Representative Greiner talked to you about Act 109 and the fact that it's projected somewhere around $6 million out of the fiscal code that had projected $22 million. And he stated, and you agreed with him, that, you know, if you have a blueprint for success, how to work with a program, you probably want to stay the course with that. And we know that in the past we've deviated from that. But my question goes back to the fiscal note that originally came out a couple of years ago with Act 109 that projected this large S of dollars. And right now we're in the 25 percentile range if we're even there getting it. You know, in your summation of taking a look at that fiscal note, was there an error made? Were we too over-aggressive on our numbers there, our expectations?
It appears that way. Yeah, and I think you know there was a lot of good thought that was put into it, and I think there was you know, reliance on industry reports and things like that went into it. But the bottom line is it happened that way. Our department and our Department of Tourism, Marketing, Tourism, and Film is far beyond that. You know, and again, I'm not sure why it happened that way, and I wish it didn't, but it did. And we have resources that we're utilizing right now. That's what we're focused on.
And I draw that to the members' attention that these fiscal notes are very important to us as we do legislation, and they're consequently important to you as a secretary and people that, you know, the agencies under you that depend on those dollars. That having been said, we're 49th in marketing, and you mentioned your dislike of New York. You probably put South Carolina in that same column.
Virginia, Michigan.
Exactly, and the things that we all see. But we do have a unique opportunity in front of us. We have the 250th, the Sesquicentennial of Pennsylvania coming up. What better way to market Pursuit of Happiness? But in order to do that, you know, I've looked at a lot of charts that show the correlation as to why we're 49th. And they show that with a real healthy marketing campaign using all of the media, all the social tools, all the social media advertising, in addition to TV and newspaper, that there's a direct result on the positive side with people staying in Pennsylvania with relationship to that hotel tax. So I guess that, you know, I would say to you, and you have a great individual with Carrie Lepore leading the tourism department, but I would recommend, and I just want to know that you're on board, that our emphasis on these dollars has to be statewide marketing and not, you know, taking things out for grants here, there, and everywhere. We have a lot of local tourism entities that do a great job on their own, but we have a great story to tell overall collectively, and I think it's imperative that we direct those dollars to statewide marketing so that we can see the results when the hotel tax dollars come in.
I think you've seen that, and thank you for mentioning Deputy Secretary Lepore. The other deputy secretaries that were mentioned are getting a little, you know, they were getting a little bit too much airtime, Rick and others. So thank you for mentioning her, and I agree. I think we need to do as much as we can. I would have really loved the fact if we would have had that amount of money in that, and you know, we were looking at that as not, you know, we had a lot of plans. Could have had a lot of good plans for that, but we're looking forward, you know, to what needs to happen, where we need to be as a state to really market us the right way. I think you're going to see some of that in the course of the next month or so with some of the commercials that you'll see, and I think you'll be really happy when that happens. But it needs to be more sustained. And that's the one thing that we've heard more than anything from a tourism, marketing for tourism, marketing for businesses, that we have to have sustained activity and get Pennsylvania's name out there over and over and over again, because if we don't, these other states are going to do it, you know, and I think we're going to continue to do what we can with the resources that we have. You know, I think the idea is really for you to see some of the things that are coming out of our marketing department, and you know, who knows what happens next year when we're here at this table, that you might see some additional requests.
I look forward to working with you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.